Bootstrapping is the name of the game for startups and small businesses from 2025 and beyond. Having cash in the bank is how you keep playing the game of business. And when you borrow money at the start, or if you have to borrow money as you grow, you are eventually going to have to start paying that money back, whether it's a line of credit, credit cards, things like that. So as you grow your business, you might start to get to the point where your revenue is greater than your expenses and you are turning a profit in the business and you'll pay taxes on the profit. But if what you're also doing is paying back the principal on loans and also interest that lights money on fire, if you're paying back money that you borrowed to start the business, you're going to have negative cash flow. I've seen small businesses that I work with kind of follow this model, grow, add tons of debt onto credit cards, rack up $100,000 to $200,000 in debt, and sometimes really bad line of credits, things like that. And then they start to turn a profit and they feel like they're doing good. Their revenue is higher than their expenses each month, but their cash flow is still negative negative $25,000 because they are paying back on those loans. They have to pay back the principal on the credit cards. If they don't, the interest is just ballooning out. If they aren't paying back their lines of credit that, they personally guaranteed, they'll be in big trouble. So taking on debt can help fuel growth, but it's also very high risk because if you put 100 grand on a credit card and the business doesn't work out, you're going to be personally responsible for it because they didn't give that loan to just your EIN, just that business. You personally guaranteed it. So be very cautious when you're taking debt in a new business because, again, having cash is how you play the game. So sometimes you try to borrow cash to start, but then that comes back to bite you. So I always encourage people, find something people want, sell it, and start that way. Fund the growth of the business with money that you get from already proving the concept of your business. I know it doesn't always work this way. Sometimes it's, capital intensive to start certain businesses. So it doesn't work for everyone. Pretty much any service startup can absolutely do this. And remember that having cash is how you keep playing the game of business.